All right, here we go. Um, I've been working hard to load 2 fleet carriers so I can finish up this outpost because I only have today and about half a day and a half to finish up the battle. I thought the timer ran out tonight, and I was a little bit nervous about that, but it seems I miscalculated. Alright, so I want to head to that system. I want to teach you a trick, which I've seen. I don't know if you know it or not. The pros, the elites will know it, the guys who've been playing for a long time. But this system colonization ship is hovering in orbit around the planet, right? Normally we target the planet, but if you target the system colonization ship, it will get up and very close to it. You have to maybe do it a couple of times. Most of the time I have to do it twice, and it'll be within like 6, was it millis ls or something like that. Very, very close. So that it only takes you like 4 minutes to transport stuff back and forth. So just target it, right? Set the destination, and it'll park it right next to it. You can't do that with orbital outposts like Coriolis or Tier 3s. It won't let you do that, but you can do it with this. And I thought that was good. Now I have another fleet carrier that's going to the system. I'm gonna offload this one first, and then I'm gonna do the other one. So all within the stream. So it might be the longest stream that I have ever done, but I want to do that tonight because tomorrow I promised a friend that I was going to do some ground missions with him, and I want to do that. I want to do those ground missions. I always keep my promise. The reason I said in another video that I thought ship interiors are coming soon, because you can walk up this ramp. You really can't in other ships. Straight to the door. The door is wide enough, right? It's not small. And I do believe that they're gearing up to do ship interiors. I really do. But they keep popping out ships because I think they won't be able to do the old ones. So the old ones will have to be revived or do a Mach 2 or do a version 2 or something like that. Like Anaconda Mach 2. And then they'll be able to do the ship interiors with those. But they really can't do ship interiors if they only can do it with one ship. Oh, what did I do? Oh no. I made a massive mistake. Massive mistake. I wanted to go to the bridge and watch the jump, and I clicked this. Oh, where am I? Oh my god, where am I? I'm in, where am I? The last location I was at, CD 37, blah blah blah. Oh no. Okay, I gotta stop the jump and bring it here. No biggie. I have the other ship, and I can offload that one first, and then do this one. Man, I made a big mistake. So I just can't do two things at once. I mean, game and and talk. But that's okay. I hope you understand. So where am I at? I am in La La Land. Yeah, I was talking about ship interiors. I really think that it will be on only the new ships and not the old ships. That they'll have to revamp the whole set of ships to be able to get ship interiors on those. So it's kind of like we're gonna give you ship interiors, but you can only use it in the new ships. So it's gonna kind of force our hand to buy those new ships. Otherwise, I have no clue what they're planning at the end of the year. It might be anticlimactic, and it might be nothing. Personally, I sure would love to see. I would love to see more Odyssey stuff, but that's just me. Here we go. Okay, so set carrier destination, and I'm gonna swap accounts so this way I can do something. The other one is headed towards that colony, and I'm gonna need a ship. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna need a ship. Let's see. To get to my fleet carrier. So let's get a ship.
If you want to know more about our ship, whatever you need, take all the time you need.
I think it'll take an hour. I'm gonna have to buy it. Purchase ship. Yeah, I can get a sidewinder or something. No biggie. So I can go and this is your current ship. Okay, so
Take care out there, Commander.
when my fleet carrier comes, I can actually fly to it because you can't use the taxi to fly to the fleet carrier. Which I don't know why they don't do that. I think that would be a good use of the taxi service. You see, like, can you do ship interiors with this ship? There's no ramp. There's no way of getting up there. So you really can't. So you'd have to revamp the Sidewinder where there's a ramp and you can walk up to the door and open the door, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick swap in front of you. No biggie, there's nobody on anyway, but I still talk. I still continue streaming. Okay. I really would have liked to see upgrades to the fleet carrier, like get the range from 500, maybe double it or do 30% more, just a little bit more range. That would be nice as a year-end thing, but who knows what they're gonna do? I don't. I don't. I think they lack direction. There's no game storyteller. I don't know what they call it. I think they call it something. A game screenwriter. I think that's what it's called. It's an actual. It's an actual position. I think. Okay. So I have that one, and I have um, a second fleet carrier that are sent in different directions to actually load up. If you're new to this channel and you're watching, please subscribe, check the like button, leave a message, tell me how bad I am or how good I am. I would love to hear from you. Would love your comment. Anyway, for some reason it takes me a long time to load now, but I have a great computer, great system, great internet, so it shouldn't actually take a long time to load, but it does, and I don't know why. So if you're around and you're gonna watch this during the day, tomorrow I'll be doing Selman raids with a buddy of mine. I'm gonna try to teach him how to do it. I don't know whether I'm gonna use a level 1 suit, so this way we can both be the same, or I'm gonna use a overpowered build that I have. But I want to kind of run him through a few times so he understands what how to do it. He says he's never done it before and he doesn't know how. But I love Selman raids. If you've seen my videos, you actually know that I love them. I don't know why they don't do more. Okay, so I'm in the system. So this one I got this jump done. I'm in the system. So now I want to offload, right? I got my inventory. We'll start with the steel. I know hauling is not exactly fun, but for me it's relaxing. And it seems like you're finishing something, you're doing something, you complete something. You know, it's just not gaining credits and rank and whatever. I think they're gonna come out with a new mineral or maybe a new alien kind of organism that we have to mine using the new ship. What it looks like is the area where the girl disappeared. There's a whole bunch of closed systems that you can't go into. So maybe that's going to be the area where they do this kind of mining thing. If I was them, that's what I would do. So I got both my squadron carrier and another account fleet carrier, and I was trying to go come here with that account, but I just logged out. See, I did exactly what I showed you guys. So you target the colonization ship, and then you click the jump button. So look how close I am. If my ship was faster, that would be good. So I'll probably go for hours doing this stream because I want to finish this off. See? Perfect. And we're there in a few seconds. So exactly the way I showed you, target the colonization ship, it'll jump right to it. Sometimes it doesn't, depending on the size of the planet, so you have to do it a couple of times. But it's better that way because the actual fleet carrier is going to be super close. It's right on top of it. I mean, yeah, our fleet carrier. But it's rare that I get it the first time. So I'm glad I got it on the first time so I can show you guys what to do. So I'll show you again. When you're doing the jump, right? What you want to do is target the colonization ship, right? So when you're doing the fleet carrier jump and you're in that screen that you're plotting out a route to jump to, target the system colonization ship, okay, and then press the jump button, and it will usually land right on top of it. Just a little trick. But you want to be as close as possible so you don't have to one, you want to be as close as possible because you don't want to fly too far. Two, being far away, you might get interdicted by pirates, right? So you want to be able to get as close as possible to the system colonization ship. Oh, good. He did. I got some done. That's cool. All right. See, I'm right off the fleet carrier, 16 MN away. I don't know what that means. A million years, a million miles. Okay. And so you'll get there in a microsecond. Takes longer to get out of mass lock. So I don't even have time to target it. There you go. A few seconds. I really do love the Panther Clipper. I'm really loving it. And if you notice, okay, go to all the ships that they've made, go up the ramp and see what size of door do they have. So far, I looked at the Panther Clipper. I looked at the Cobra yesterday, and it's wider. The only reason as a coder that you wanted to have a wider door is that so that you have to have you kind of have to build a zone around the wall, and then it becomes a door. I forgot what it's called. In any case, so it's kind of like a bumper zone. So you, when you're going to open the door, you have a hole there. So if you kind of like go to the right or left, bumping against the walls. So you need a wider door. If it's too small, you won't be able to get your character through it. So I've coded a little bit, done some work, and that's the first thing I learned is about those restrictions. But you need wider doors, you need more space, so you're not bumping against things as a character, or you don't get stuck, and that sometimes happens, you get stuck. If the things are too close, like the door sides are too close, you'll get stuck. And so when coding, you need to have a wider space. Like, look at the Cobra. Okay, you can look through it like just to pull your camera above the bridge and see how wide the bridge is for a small ship. Every ship has that wideness to it. So I'm thinking that they're going to do that, but only with the new ships, which is okay by me. And maybe they'll release an Anaconda Mach 2. That would be awesome. If they do that at the same time, FDev will be praised forever. See, my fleet carrier is right on top of the system colonization ships, right there next to it. Let's see if I can unload the whole fleet carrier, and then I have very little to do afterwards, because I made a massive mistake by going back to the 500 light years away. So your escape pod can take you back to the location in the bubble. So if you ever go out into the black and you're way out, then maybe you run out of fuel, your fleet carrier doesn't have any fuel left, you can't find any, you can't mine it. You can go and use that escape pod and it'll take you back to the bubble. Unfortunately, that means that you abandoned your fleet carrier out in the black. that would be an interesting adventure. Like go out fully loaded with tritium, right? And then when you run out circling the galaxy, when you run out of tritium, you just start mining. And that could be a stream, actually. I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm almost finished. Look at that. Thank God. I agree with my friend from that's we talked about the fleet carrier yesterday. That it's pretty expensive. And it's a lot of money. But that money could be earned pretty quick. Out in California with the Thargoids, you can make a ton of money every week, at least $1 billion a week. So in a relatively short period of time, you can get all that money back. Let's see. Did anybody? So right now I have 11 billion on the fleet carrier, money-wise, and tons of Odyssey material. So if you do want to join, this is an open invitation to my squadron, the division for reconnaissance or recon, assault, and kills, or assassination. DRAK, D-R-A-K. Code sign DRKK. So if you're looking for it, DRKK. I don't know, I had to come up with a name. I didn't want to do something funky. Everybody's grabbing all the good names, and I didn't want to do a Dungeons and Dragons name. Nightblade. Or something stupid. So, anyway. That's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm a procrastinator, so I could have set up the camera and all that, get the job done days ago, but I haven't. So I decided to just put it off for a little bit. No biggie. I don't think anyone wants to see my ugly mug. But I will get it up and running soon. So this Panther Clipper is called Bushido. So I have two of them, Bushido 1, Bushido 2. I do like samurai movies. I love the Tom Cruise samurai movie, The Last Samurai. That was epic. There's a lot of good epic movies like that. But hey, Corvus, what's up, bud? I'm hauling. I see you did some work. Thank you very much. Again, you didn't have to. I still got a day and a half, and so I'm gonna be finished tonight. I'm gonna stream until I finish. I really messed up, dude. I had my fleet carrier like a 200 light years from here, the other one, and instead of going to the bridge because I was planning a jump, I went and did the escape pod, and I went back 500 light years. So I have to go get that fleet carrier. Anyway, I'm gonna finish tonight. I definitely will finish tonight. So I wanted to show you a trick. This will be the third time I recorded on the stream. So when you're jumping the fleet carrier, Corvus, I don't know if you know this. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But let me go to a system map. You're in the system map of the fleet carrier and you're planning a jump, right? So what you want to do is you can open up that system map and target the system colonization ship. So target it, the jump button will come up, and jump right next to the system colonization ship. I'm right next to it actually. And it's not in orbit. It's not in orbit, it's actually right next to it. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I need to do it twice, right? Depending on the size of the planet. But it's right next to it, so I don't have to travel far. Like, look how close it is, 16.7 mm. Otherwise, the fleet carrier will send you on the other side of the planet. So I don't know if you can do that, but if you're doing your own colonization, you're doing your own fleet carrier thing, you can target that colonization ship and it'll plant itself right next to it, which I thought that was cool. There might be a little lag, so if you type, I'm definitely behind a few seconds. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do lag. So tomorrow night, I think what we'll do is we're gonna hit an anarchy system in Grom. What you can do is go on Anara and search around. If you're gonna, I'm sure you have get bounties and acquisition system. Every week they send all of the factions that mission. So what you have to do is kind of target it, right? Target at least a location where it's fortified or it's exploited, right? And then find an anarchy system around it. We want to do anarchy because we don't want to get bounties. And maybe if we have a pretty good anarchy, we can get some good bounties out of it, right? But I plan to do this. We can do a few runs. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm almost done. We can do a few runs. You can collect some Odyssey materials. I don't need any actually. Actually, it takes longer to get out of Matlock than it does to get to the fleet there. But then this ship is not engineered at all. Yeah, Corvus, that tip about the colonization ship, you might have to do it a few times depending on the size of the planet. So just if it doesn't work the first time, usually it's 2 times. It takes me 2 times and I can get right next to it. Like if you're around a ring world or a gas giant, right? You're gonna be way far from the colonization ship, so you can do that and get closer. Cause it drives me nuts to travel so much. You know, unloading and all your materials. But I think after this, I'll work on the ground city, the tier 3 city. And this way, this side of the bridge, you will have a hub that people can get all the materials that they need for their colony. Because the system does have a scientific outpost, it has a military outpost, has an agricultural outpost. I just have to give it more juice, give it more to. No, I'm good. I have them all on the ships. I have plenty on the ships. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Transfer. Atlas likes to put all the materials up for sale. I don't know if that helps his arcs. But the other weeks ago, I actually had them up. I had them up for sale. So when I empty out the commodities market, right, and you put stuff back in, the sale becomes active again. People were taking all my commodities. They were coming up my fleet carrier and taking all my titanium. So I was like, "Where's all my titanium? I just dropped 1,800. Now 250 is gone." So actually, I had it. I didn't uncheck the sales button in commodities, and I lost a lot of commodities. Thank you, man. No, I don't know why the Trailblazer ship in HIP 90578 is utterly empty. There's like nothing in it. I was gonna actually file a ticket and tell them that, because I went there. I was there last night, and there's nothing there. There's nothing. Like, I wanted computer components, and they only had like 8. So I don't know what happened. Maybe they're cycling through. You know, they're going from ship to ship. They're cycling through. I don't know. Takes longer for the mass block. Yeah, that leaves a lot. I really appreciate that for your help. I really do. You see how close I am? And I did that targeting trick with the fleet carrier. And it worked on the first try. I always have them this close so I don't have to travel much. It drives me nuts to travel that much. Yeah, if you go there, that's my first stop, right? Because I have that marked off empty, completely. I mean, utterly nothing in it. So I don't know what happened. They just forgot about it. But it's not important. Once I finish the ground city, the tier 3 city, I'll have everything I need. I'll just fortify the other smaller outposts. Maybe build medium-sized orbitals so you can land a larger ship to it, and then that's it. You'll be a hub in this area. Yeah, you see I use the super cruise all the time. If I'm tired or something, I'm gonna bounce off the hard deck and kill myself. I did that a few times in the last when I was helping Atlas. I just bounced off the hard deck and blew up. I was like thinking of something, listening to music. I don't know what I was doing, and all of a sudden, bam! Oh goodness. I really wish they would allow landing, like your squadron carrier, landing of friends, right? Or people, people that you have on your friends list. They should let you do that. So, for instance, like for you example, like for yourself, right? If you were friends now, right? So if you land there, you can grab the stuff. I let everybody have access to it, so you can grab materials like Odyssey materials from the bank. No biggie. When I get into a fit, right? Like I've had a lot of coffee, I had a couple of burritos, and I'll just go and do settlement raids for hours. For hours. And I grab so much. I load up the ship to 1,000, and then I have to. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know about that limit, the 1,000 limit. That drives me crazy. See, that's one thing. You're looting. You're in a zone, right? And I'm hitting an industrial settlement. I have one specifically that I look for, and hopefully I can find that for us tomorrow. But I hit that at least once every 10 minutes, right? And you get tons of stuff. Yeah, don't worry about it. I have time on it because I have to build other things next to it. So it's kind of like one of these projects that you're rebuilding an engine on an old Mustang kind of thing. So you kind of leave it in the garage. Then next week you do a little bit more. Next month you rebuild the carburetor. Because it's really a lot of work. That's the hub. I figured out how to do colonization, and it's not that hard, right? So you do need to build planetary settlements for things to work. and you need to build a lot of them. You need that first tier upgrade, or like that little yellow, I don't know what they call point, right? Tier 1 points, building points, because you need those to get refineries built and other orbitals built. Okay, so you do need to build a lot of planetary outposts, and you can build small ones. Like I've seen some that only 2,000 something materials are needed to build it. But basically that I still need to build. Let me see. There's one, two. There's two there already, and it's just 6 spots. There's 6 places on the planet. So I want to build one more refinery, which will give it over 100% refinery. One industrial, one extraction settlement. So this way it has like the whole broad spectrum of products in a commodities market. And the same I want to do to the orbital, like their planet next to it. I can actually, it'll be a weak link, but I can build like an industrial settlement, so it gets a little bit of industrial. Yeah, it has, right? It's become a lot more clear. But the only problem is with colonization now is the hubs, right? They don't have fleet carriers way out here, and there's a group. There's 300 light years farther out towards the Sagittarius. I mean, they're headed towards Colonia, so they're 300 light years from here. So pretty soon they'll bypass me 500 light years, and so they're gonna need another hub out there. So you gotta, like, you can do a daisy chain. I think the strategy is do a daisy chain and then build a hub. Do a daisy chain, build a hub. But like every 400 or 500 light years. And so this way you have a way of getting your materials. Because otherwise you'd have to do 2, 3 fleet carrier jumps to get back into the bubble. Don't know. But both sides of that bridge I was building, you remember that? Both sides are actually pretty far out. But there's nothing going on in the middle, right? So you got 2 sets of people going different directions, kind of forming a V with everything in the middle empty. There are people colonizing here and there, but there's a whole mess of star systems that are open. And I did find in one of the systems a stellar phenomenon, and I marked it for tourism. So I'm gonna make that a tourist settlement. It's awesome. I scanned the stellar phenomenon. It was the first time I've seen anything like that. You know, they look like spiky things in space. So I do have plans. I love colonization, actually. I just wish that there weren't. You can. Okay, they can keep the same amount of materials. So what I really wish they would do is let us use NPCs to run our ships, right? Yeah, the two bridges though. They're two groups. I mean, if they united together, I think things will go faster. But there's two groups going towards Colonia. Two, and I don't know if they know of each other. I'm serious about this. I don't know if they know that they're doing that, but they're two groups, and it's forming a V. One is going towards the next neutron star. The other guys, I don't know where they're going, what direction they're taking. Atlas said he talked to them. He talked to one of the group. I don't know. Yeah, I remember seeing them when I went up to Colonia. I did like a sightseeing thing and stopped here and there and took pictures. Long ago. And I actually used, what did I use? I don't remember. It might be. Because the actual group that went to Snake, the minor faction is the Dukes of Mikan, whatever it is. The Dukes, so it might be them. But they kind of slowed down, so did the other group. Sometimes you need to take a break. You really do. I did some I want to do some mining again, but I really want to see what that ship is all about. Yesterday, I went to Barefoot. You know, Barefoot. He plays with Mars all the time. He's like from England, and he had his own stream going. And Barefoot was talking about he went to a system, and then like right adjacent to that system was a group of xed out xed out systems that you couldn't go and I guess go into. So he suggested that it might be a place where we find a bioorganism, like we need to mine using that mining tool that they're coming up with. He thinks it's part of that new ship that's coming out. Which I don't disagree. I think that's a possibility. How many did I have to do of steel? Steel 18, okay. Yeah, like this, the scavenger hunt, whatever, looking for that girl. Yeah, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow, dude. I don't know, I'm not sleeping much. Last night I was up at 1:30 in the morning here, and that's like, what time is it over there? That would be like 12:30 Central PM. 12:30 PM Central. So If you have a preference of a time, let me know. I have to be at work, so like early before I take off, I can play, or which would be um, I would say 3 p.m. Central, or in the evening right now. I don't know what time it is with you. But I usually get home early and then I start playing because I need a little bit of relaxation. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't womanize. Yeah, you see, that's 6:30. Okay, so I'm 8:29 here. Okay, so you're in Central or Mountain Time? I thought Central was only -1 of Eastern Standard. I'm not sure. You're in Texas, right? No worries. I think you should be able to buy Trailblazer ships. Now this is an idea. I'm gonna post it on the forums, right? Or rent Trailblazer ships. Utah. Oh, that's why you're -2. Okay. I think you should be able to rent Trailblazer ships. So you rent it. It comes out to where you want it, and then you have a hub where people can go and use that Trailblazer ship. I'm gonna suggest it. You know, like I'll put up some money to like $1 billion, $2 billion, even $5 billion. It's worth it. Bring the Trailblazer ship out to that location, and there you go. You don't have to go back to the bubble. Renting like $1 billion, right? Or 100 million a month, or 500 million a month, or something like that. But the ship would come out to where you want it to go, and then you have a hub where you can do the gathering of materials, right? Okay, not much more to go. I'm almost finished. 84%. 85. What did I unload? I thought it was steel. I thought I took steel. Uh-oh. I think I got bugged. Hold on. Yeah. I know where you are. I love Utah, actually. Utah is a great state. Oh my god, it was like when you go to these parks, it's like being on a different planet. Monument, Zion. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. Beautiful. Utah's gorgeous. Let me see, is stuff still in the inventory? Yeah, it is. Titanium? Why do I have titanium in my... Okay. So I unloaded titanium. Okay, makes sense. Alright. Anyway, Utah's a great state. Utah is a real great state. I love Utah. And it's my kind of weather too. You know, I like dry, hot weather, but at night I like it cold. So you can still have a fire and cuddle with your girl. I lived out in California, in Los Angeles area, but I was out in the desert. And my daughter was born in Orange County. I lived in Irvine, then I moved down to Riverside. I needed that hot, dry weather. I really like hot, dry weather. And I miss that a lot. Sunny skies all the time. Like in January, I'd be in my shorts going to the beach with my flip-flops, right? Go out to the beach, have a good hamburger at this nice place I know on the beach. Oh God, what I do? And then the next day you can go skiing. Yeah, Arizona's a great state too. I love Arizona. I was gonna buy land at like a plateau next to a reservation out there. It was like it was pretty high up. But I love Arizona. Really nice place. You know, the States has some really scenic places to go to. You know, I've been all over the world. I traveled because I'm older, so use my money for something. Ah, cool, Huntington Beach. Cool. And there's no place like the West Coast or the West Side of the United States with all the parks and it's just like you guys have Sedona out there. I love Sedona. In Arizona. Great place. I really love Zion. Now that I went there before my daughter was born, so I'm waiting for her to grow up a little bit so we can go hiking and go out there. Go back to Sequoia and Redwood, Yellowstone. You know, hit up the national parks so she can see some beautiful places. So we'll put this back. I could use it for something else later. Let's get the steel. Okay. I lived in Irvine, not next to the beach. Next to the beach was too expensive. Holy crap. That whole Orange County area is super expensive. Yeah. There's some great places out in the States. And it's meant for like family. You can do family stuff with that, you know, like hiking and camping and they got the RV parks close enough to them, and if you want to rent an RV and take it out there. You know, my wife can't do camping. She can't do tents. She'll go crazy in a tent and all that. So I would have to like rent an RV. Most women, I think, can't take that kind of stuff. I can sleep out in the open, no tent needed. So, but have my wife go camping. Okay, honey, that's where you're gonna go. Number 2, and over there you're gonna go number 1. She would not do that. So she'd divorce me the next day. So, but you got some good places, some RV parks, hiking trails. One of my bucket list things that I want to do is do the the Sierra Nevada Trail.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Sierra Nevada mountains are fantastic too. You know, you can do a hike from like the border of Mexico all the way up to Washington. It's called Pacific Crest Trail, and it goes straight through Sierra Nevada. I don't think I can do such a hike. It takes a long time, but there are plenty of trails in Sierra Nevada. You can go out, hike, and all that for days, week at a time. It's awesome. You know, in China, they think building buildings with pretty lights and all that. Every city's doing that, right? Every city in China is building their own special buildings with lights and all that stuff. While myself, I look at that and I'm like, that really doesn't interest me. I'd rather go to Zion. I'd rather go to Sedona. I'd rather go to Sierra Nevada mountains. But they're different. They think that's progress. These cities having all these lights and buildings and all that.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So, construction ship. Let's finish this off. The other fleet carrier has the water, medical diagnostic, fruits and vegetables. Oh, you did fruits and vegetables. Look at you. Okay, I can finish these two off. Man, I really made a mistake. How much do I need? Steel, I need 588. Almost done. I often, and I want to tell you, Corvus, I started a thread, and I think it was like a 70-30 split on positive to negative, right? I started a thread about engineered cargo racks. I said, why can't we engineer cargo racks and give us a little bit more room, right? You take off the excess and just go down to the bare essential, and then you can have an engineered cargo rack, right? I did that. There's a thread on the forums with that. Lo and behold, they have engineered cargo racks or Mach 2 cargo racks. Oh my goodness. But everybody was giving me hell. Like, how can you, what is there to take? What are you going to take off? It's a cargo rack. Yeah, but cargo racks have different things on it. So maybe you can make it, give it more room. I think they should do another community go with cargo racks. No worries, dude. I got steel. Plenty of steel.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path, Commander.
Plenty of steel.
Accepted.
So I've been doing this for an hour and 11 minutes. I'm close to finishing. The other ship has everything else, the water and the other stuff, so I just have to get it here. If I didn't make that mistake, it would be orbiting the planet right now, and I can finish it right away. You know, you're used to doing something, so like when I'm trying to get materials from a tier 3 city on a planet, right, those circular cities, so I'm used to doing that, jumping into the escape pod and going down to the planet. So it's like I did that so many times that I just ran to the escape pod, pressed that, and said, "What did I do?" I wanted to go to the bridge and plot a jump to the system. Oh goodness, you make mistakes like that sometimes. Oh. What I need? 588. Let me see. Let's see. Still 588. Yeah. All right. Yeah, they do. They do make a difference. You see, they should do all of them. You know, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, all of them. Just or have a engineer that you unlock and you can get your cargo racks engineered, right? I don't know. My thought. Small tweaks. When you're doing small tweaks to a game or software, it makes a big difference. 1% tweak makes 100% difference. You see it right away. A different color, one extra gold piece in a game. So why can't I? What's going on? I can't target the. Oh, that's strange. Transfer. Go to steel. It's not letting me go there. Oh, my thing might be out. Hold on a second. My keyboard battery might be out. See? I'm pressing steel. No, it doesn't let me do it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Elon needs to invent some good batteries, man. Let me tell you. So my battery run out. I think that's what it is. Let's see. Because I played last night. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah. It's still not doing it. I'm pressing steel. And it's going to... Oh, what am I doing? Duh. 588. I'm a little tired. Okay, I had a long day. A lot of issues. Yeah. moving back to Arizona, man. That's great. I love Arizona. Man, anything with desert, dry heat, this is my place. It really is. I love that stuff. I'm a sucker for places like that. But I wanted to hit Texas. I want to hit Dallas because uh, there's a great academy there, and they have a good sizable population of Chinese. My wife needs to be around Chinese people. Okay, believe it or not, um,
At maximum capacity.
why is it doing that? Okay, okay, I'll come out of that. All right, enough of that. The keyboard adjustment here. Okay, so we're back in business. I think the keyboard went dead. Doesn't bother me at all. I actually love it.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
I love Tucson. I love Phoenix. Very nice places. When I was back in the States, when I was younger and I was in business, we did a lot of traveling. So I've been everywhere. And I would love to have a meeting within the weekend. So like a Thursday meeting. So I have a Thursday, Friday meeting. Let's say I go to Tucson for Thursday, Friday. Then I would stay over the weekend and do things there. And then go back to work on Monday. Right? So I plan it that way. Try to schedule things that way. So I can spend time in the city. So I've been pretty much everywhere in the States.
docking request granted.
I went to a Texas steakhouse and they gave me a 36-ounce porterhouse. Now, this is a funny story. So I went by myself. I was at a conference and my friends were out and about. They were wandering around before a meeting, and so we had dinner on our own, and then we would go back to a meeting. So it was like an all-day thing. There was award functions after dinner. So I went to the steakhouse, and I sat at the bar. A pretty young bartender. She says, "What will you have?" So I said, "I want a 36-ounce porterhouse, medium rare." Okay. "Do you want any sides?" I said, "No, just the steak." So I sat at the bar, and I started. She brought it out, right? And I think it took me less than 5 minutes to eat it.
Docking
It
successful.
was so juicy.
Disengaged.
It was like melt in your mouth butter. It was great. And funny thing is, like, okay, I finished it, and another bartender came out and says, "You done, sir?" I said, "Yeah." He took my plate, and then the waitress comes around again. She goes, "What happened, sir? You didn't like your steak?" I said, "No, I finished it already." She goes, "Damn, that's fast." Oh my god, it was so good. It's the little things in life.
Released. Engines engaged.
Alright, so let's keep going.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Might be a long stream. Definitely want to finish this tonight. Get out of the way. Yeah, I'll look for the system tonight. If you want to join me there, we can meet up at the, I'll even link the outpost. Planetary orbital outpost so we can meet up. And then we'll head out to the planet. If you want, we can go on one ship, or we can take two ships. No big deal. Or you can even take the taxi. Who knows? I find the taxi very useful. Very, very useful.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, Dragster player group. Let me see. Can I? Am I in this one? Am I in the player group? Let me see. Is it social? Yeah. Friends groups. Yeah. See, Dragster 6 members. Let me see. And can I add? Hold on. You're Commander Corvus, right? Commander Corvus. 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 Is it 2 words? Corax. Corvus Corax. Is that you? Corvus Corax, active 11 days ago? No, that's not you. Corvus Corax Nevermore. Okay. You gotta tell me the story behind that. Is there a story? I'm sure there is. Corvus Corax Nevermore. Let's see. Find. There you are. I'm gonna add friend onto this one. Can I add you to the group? I'd have to go on the other account. Let me see. I'll go on the other account because I'll be done soon with this one. Let's see. And add you to the group. This is where we can play in group because I know you have to. We can't do open. We'll get. Oh yeah. That's right. Let me see. I'll do it on the other account. Invite you to the group, and then this way we can play in group, not open. Let's see. I need aluminum. Okay, still got tons to go. Let's do the aluminum. Yeah, that's this guy. Let's see. Can I add you to the group now? Let me see. Oh no, because we're not in. I'm not in the group. I'm not right now. I'm not in the group. That's right. I can't. I'm in solo. I forgot. Korax, nevermore. Do you have a mic or anything that you use to talk if we're in squadron? Do you use anything to like communicate with, or you're not that type of player?
Cargo hold at maximum
Cool.
capacity.
The best ship ever made by Elite Angels is this ship.
Launch underway.
Okay, cool. So we don't chat, we don't type, because I have to look over to the chat. Yeah, so I'm streaming on two computers, right? I have a gaming computer, but it's very strong, and I'm streaming on another computer, but because I'm in China, I can't stream to YouTube unless I use a VPN. The gaming computer doesn't work with VPN, so Frontier does not work well with VPN. It doesn't work at all with VPN. So I have one computer streaming with VPN, one streaming without VPN, or one playing without VPN. So I have two computers. So I have the screen next to me on my right, so I look down to see what people write or what you write, right? So I'm always turning my head. Yeah, it's true. Typing does.
Docking request granted.
Did you go to HIP 90578 and you saw it was empty, completely? I think you did. You said you went there already, right? It's the closest one to this location, so it was utterly empty. I don't know what happened. I gotta file a ticket. Because they said, FDIT said Trailblazer ships are all full. Well, it's not. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm a procrastinator, so with this, at least with this game, not with work and stuff, but I should have finished. I could have finished this station in probably 2 days on my own at the beginning of colonization, like 30 days ago.
Docking successful.
Yet I just waited.
Engines
I don't
disengaged.
know what else. I don't know what's wrong with me. .1094, and we gotta finish this human. 1094.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
I helped Atlas with his tier 3 orbital that was around the gas chime. I hauled, I think, about 60,000 tons. About, I think it was three fleet carriers that I sent out there full. And I had that Australian guy help me, that's in guild now, that's in squadron, help me unload, but that was painful.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I can join yours, that's no problem. No biggie. Corvax, Corvus, Corvax level 1, in case we need. No biggie. No worries. But I think to invite someone to group, you have to be in the group, playing in group mode, and that's part of the group. I'm not sure. I think that's what they did.
Docking request accepted. Maintain an appropriate speed during approach. Request accepted.
I'm really adamant about that, looking for group, looking for player. I played Dungeons and Dragons for 13 years, and you always find people to join your group that way. You post what you're gonna do, what quest you're gonna do, right? In this case for us it would be mission. So let's say we're at a mission at HIP 90578, right? So we're there, we're gonna do a mission there. You post looking for players. LFP, right? Or you're a player that's looking for a group to do a certain quest, and then they form. That would be more beneficial for multiplayer than what they just did with that, right? So
Docking successful. Engines shutting down. Your ship
okay,
has
let's see,
stopped
I
command.
need 1044, I think. 1094. Almost done. 1094. Oh, I only have 680. That's okay. I have it on the other fleet carrier. I have more aluminum. The LFG, LFP. Oh my god, that would work tremendously in this game. It would be phenomenal. Small tweak, dude. In the UI, you don't have to do much. You just one button, and then you group the players together on the server, right? It really is not a lot of work, a lot of coding. And the squadron can form. They meet up at the location they're gonna do the mission, and then they can do other stuff together. Not just that. When the mission's over, they can do other things. But then you have a squadron. You have a squadron that you just grouped up, a group of 4 people, and that's another thing. Why don't they make 6 people or 7? I never knew squadrons only had 4 players or 4.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay.
Gear retracted.
I keep suggesting stuff. I'm going to the suggestion page in the forums. You see how close I am? It's parked right next to it, stationary orbit, right next to it. So the fleet carrier is not circling around the planet like it normally does.
Request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, since I don't multiplayer at all, not a lot. It's very rare that I multiplayer, right? I don't know all the intricacies of squadrons and inviting people and groups, etc., etc. Right? So I don't know all that stuff.
Docking successful. Engines
Oh man, somebody's attacking. That's nice. Guns are blazing. Okay, let's see what I got here. Almost done. Look at it. So I need aluminum, but I know it's on the other fleet carrier. Okay, so I need 414. Okay, Seaman Composites. Let's finish that up. 2608. Alright, almost done. Yeah, most games will have a multiplayer function. You know, with as soon as you start, you can do a multiplayer. I don't know if you can multiplayer in the role-playing games like Starfield. That's a role-playing game. Cyberpunk, role-playing. You can't role-play in those. No Man's Sky, you can role-play. You can role-play in Star Citizen, but Star Citizen is still alpha. So tonight, I made my daughter a Tex-Mex burrito. It was the first time she's actually had Papa's own burrito. So I made her a really nice burrito. She looked at it like it was, when she saw it, the first thing she did was give it a look like it was an alien object. If E.T. was standing next to it, she'd have the same look. And then I said, just take a bite and try it. Try something new,
Frameshift
right?
drive charging.
Man, she finished that in under 5 minutes. It was like amazing. She loved it. Yeah, so the stream is good. I haven't I reduced the frame rate, not the frame rate, the stream rate, the amount of stream I'm sending to their server. Funny thing is, these guys have their own kind of referees. If your stream is uploading too fast, they come on to your stream and knock you off their server.
Hello,
Yeah, it was cute, man. Corvus was very, very cute. I said, just try it, sweetheart. Just try it. You're gonna love it. You know, and your father, when he makes something for you, it's always gonna be good.
Docking request.
Yeah, she loved it.
Maintain an appropriate speed during approach.
But the face, it was like she saw an alien, an alien. It was the same. It was the same reaction. It was amazing. You know, when you're young, you know, you don't want to try something new. You just want to try something that you're already used to. So.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, so now I'm gonna get the CMM composites. So it's Corvus, Corax, Nevermore. Cool.
Docking accomplished. Clamp engaged. Your ship has docked, Commander.
Why do I have titanium on? I take titanium? What am I, did I take titanium aluminum? What am I doing? Oh goodness. Where's my brain? I did the same thing before. So now I just want to load. Oh, I don't have anything else. Where's the CMM? Oh, the CMM is on the fleet carrier. Liquid oxygen. Let's see how much liquid oxygen I need. I can get that. I think it's 1186. Okay, my other fleet carrier has all this. 1186. I'm almost done. I'll be done tonight. $11.86, and that'll be it. I'll leave the rest of the stuff for the other. I can actually use this on a T3, planetary T3. That's a painful construction. I think that's the most. The planetary T3 is the most materials. It's utterly crazy. But since I didn't build it at first, you know, so it's secondary to everything else, I can take my time, like that old Mustang in the garage thing. When I was young, I had a Camaro. I rebuilt the engine. I rebuilt the car. I love Camaros. I had a '69 Camaro, blue with racing stripes. 1186 or 1184? 86, I think, right? Very nice. Let's see, just make sure. And then I'll be done with this fleet carrier. Yeah, 1186. Alright. Cool. It's ridiculous. T3s are planetary T3s are incredibly. It's just ridiculous. Thanks for all your help, man. You really helped out a lot. I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. And I will name. You know what? I'm gonna name this
You have departed the
station
no fire
after
zone.
you.
We hope to see you again, Commander.
But I don't know if I can fit all that in the name Corvus Corax. How about? Yeah, I'm gonna try. Let's see if I can fit all that. I'm gonna name it after you. What am I doing here?
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay, nice, man. Very nice. Really nice. Yeah, it took me a long time to rebuild the Camaro. It took me a long time. I was young. You know, I bought it. I saved money because I was working like jobs while I was in high school. I saved all my money, found it in a junkyard. You know, just tore everything down and then removed the rust. There was like one thing after another, just one piece at a time. I was working on it until I finished it. But I didn't keep it. I had a nice offer for it, and I said, okay, why not? A really nice offer, but it was the pleasure to build it, to rebuild it, was greater than to actually drive it. I actually enjoyed driving it. It was really nice. I mean, I did good work to it, but I had a friend who was a mechanic. He had all the tools and all that, so he helped me out a lot.
Landing gear deployed.
But because I'm not really much of a mechanic, I know I can do things, but not everything. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fit your whole name into this. Just call it Corvus Corvax Nevermore. I'm gonna name it that.
Docking successful.
Definitely.
Engines disengaged.
I hope I can fit the whole name in. I think I can. You know, all together. So you don't want it separate. You want it all together. Corvus Corvax Nevermore. Okay, so that's the last one for this. I'm gonna take a little break after this so I can tuck my daughter into bed. And I'm gonna drink something and I'll come back on another account to finish up this, which is not much. It's only like, I think 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 trips and I'll be done with my beautiful Panther Clipper.
Engines engaged.
For all those watching this video after the fact, because I've seen you people watch this video after the fact, if you don't have a Panther Clipper right now, you're really missing out. Just buy the damn thing. And you're helping FDev stay alive. Because I don't think they're making much money off the other stuff. I really don't think they're making money on Planet Coaster. What's the other one? Jurassic World, or I don't know what games they have. Who plays those? Anyway. But the Panther Clipper will probably go into the market right after the new mining ship comes out. A little bit after that. What they do need with the Panther Clipper is better skins. Like, it needs a chrome job. I want to see the Panther Clipper in chrome. I really want to see the Panther Clipper in chrome. Oh, dude.
Welcome, Commander.
Oh, something Corvax. If you don't know the Corvus, if you don't know this, if you have your in your settings of your fleet carrier, if you have let me show you right now. Let me dock. If you have the thing to ignore criminals from landing on your ship, if you get a bounty and you try to land on your fleet carrier, you can't land on the fleet carrier. I made that mistake months ago, like 6 months ago. I was like, why can't I land on my own fleet carrier? That's crazy. And then I figured it out. If you have a bounty on your head or notoriety, and you have that button click that you're not allowing criminals on board, they won't allow you. Check this out. So let's see here, carrier management.
Welcome, Commander.
So when you go here, see if you look at this, notorious commanders access. So I did allowed, right? But I had not allowed. So if you get a bounty or you become wanted, it won't let you dock. It won't let you come on board. Oh, and you want to do the illegal equipment training. What that means is that you can buy e-breaches. Buy and sell buy e-breaches from your own fleet carrier if you have the outfitting in your fleet carrier. Okay. So cool. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back to actually finish this off because I know the other fleet carrier has everything to finish it off, and then I will post the stream, I guess, advertisement, and because I'll go look for an anarchy system we can hit within Grom, so this way you can pick up some power play points, right? Get some merits. So I'll look for that and I'll post that in the YouTube, I guess, advertisement thing. Okay? I will see you tomorrow, my friend. I'm gonna take off right now and tuck my daughter in and do some things. Appreciate having you come along, and thank you so much, sincerely thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you a little bit.